Hello, and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick, with the City of Hampton. And today we are going to focus on some people doing great works in the city with regard to environmental education and cleaning up our city. My guest is Debbie Blanton from the Clean City Commission. Welcome.
Hi, Robin. Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you. And you've brought one of the award winners, David Crandol from Troop 151. Welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
It's good to have you. Well, let's talk about what the Hampton Clean City Commission awards are, why you have them first.
Right. We have always recognized people who do extraordinary things, but about nearly 10 years ago, we decided that there were some people who were doing such extraordinary things that we needed extra recognition for them. So we established 3 Environmental Excellence Awards. The first one was the Adopt-A-Spot Award, and it was named the Burt Carr Adopt-A-Spot Award because Burt Carr was an extraordinary leader in the Clean City Commission and well known for his Adopt-A-Spot efforts. The second was the Harriet Storm Environmental Education Award, which is what David has won. And the third is the Mary Jo Hogg Water Quality Award.
Okay, so Adopt-A-Spot, environmental education, and water quality.
Right.
Let's talk about why David won this year. And I know you're going to say it isn't just you. I can tell that right now.
It's not. I mean, it's a group effort. Scouting in the area is, that's what it's all about, is being out in the environment. And, we try to get the boys out at least once a month doing some kind of camping or cleanup and stuff like that. Community service is also part of scouting. So it comes naturally to the boys.
Okay, nothing comes naturally to boys. I raised 2, and I was in scouting, and I know that it takes a gentle shove.
Yes, but then again, when you get a bunch of young men together and you can actually get them focused on something, they do a great job.
Yes, but that is the hard part. You bringing you and your leaders, and I know it takes a team.
Yes, it
and
does.
The student leaders, the kids who are at that leadership level, kind of making it happen.
Yeah, as they progress through scouting, they're trying to obtain the rank of Eagles. And I have been lucky enough, I've been associated with at least 20 of them, but I personally have had 12 Eagle Scouts, and my 13th one just finished up environmental science, which was his last merit badge.
That's great. So what kind of projects do your scouts do that give back to the environment or that teach about the environment?
Well, the Hampton Community Gardens, both in Phoebus and Buckrow, 2 of my scouts, well actually 3 of my scouts, did Eagle projects. They built planter boxes, they built picnic tables that fold into bench tables, in like that. And they've actually gone out and helped install them at the places, which is, it's a learning experience for them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
absolutely.
And it also gives back to the community. So.
That's wonderful. And I know that project has served a lot of folks who are beginning gardeners and want the environment of people around them, or don't have the space on their own, don't have the capabilities on their own, and so they can come. But community is a big part of that, and why it's working for folks, I think.
Yes, it is. So.
Another thing that David didn't mention is yet is that that group is now cleaning up Hall Road, and if anybody's been down Hall Road over time, they know that is an extremely littered roadway because so much of it is unobserved by houses. And so, or householders, I should say. And so the work that they're doing on Hall Road is just extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it was a mess. My son just a couple years ago bought a house down there, so that was part of the thing. One of our scout
So you were
leaders,
driving back there and seeing it.
Right, and one of the scout leaders, they do a lot of their homeschooling through that area in the environmental stuff, they had noticed it, and it was brought to the boys, and the boys took the challenge, and we started in April, and we worked 3 weekends in April, and then we've been once a month since April. And actually, we were scheduled for this last weekend, but with Matthews, we had to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you couldn't have gone down Wall Road this weekend.
But we've had a lot of interest from the local people down there have stopped and told us thank you, and that, believe me, that makes it worthwhile to the boys.
That does, and you all are based in Fox Hill, so
Yes.
it's, kind of taking care of their own
Right.
extended neighborhood, or, where at least some of them live.
Mm-hmm.
And another secret that has not been brought to light yet is that troop provided food for the volunteer recognition dinner last year when it was held at Fox Hill United Methodist Church.
That was another joint
Community
thing. I
service.
mean, it took all of us to do it, and I felt like it came out very good. So.
Oh, it did. People raved about the food.
That's wonderful. Well, I mean, scouting gets kids outside, which a lot of kids today don't necessarily do. And so if you're in the outdoors, developing that appreciation for clean water, clean air, forests, the ability to camp and be a part of nature, it does feel like there's a strong connection there. So these kids who make it through your troop, or really a lot of troops around here,
Right.
come out with maybe a little more appreciation of environment,
Yes.
community
yes.
service, certainly.
Yes. I mean, that's what it's about. I mean,
Why are you in this, David? You've been a volunteer in the scouting organization
Well,
for quite a while, right?
yeah, I had 2 sons that actually started. My youngest son was a Tiger Cub Scout, and he has gone all the way through Eagle. He had earned some Eagle Palms. My oldest son started as a Wolf, and that's where we got involved, because when they originally told us, come on out, join Scouts, it's 1 hour a week.
We know that's not
we
true.
all know
We've been
different.
there, yeah.
So, but it's been I've enjoyed it. I look back because my mother was a den leader, and I didn't get into Boy Scouts. I was in the Cub Scouts, and I made it at that time. Lion was the highest you could go, and I had gotten that far. So I've always enjoyed the outdoors, and this is my time. October through January, of being in the outdoors because of things that are coming up. So it's just the love of it, I guess, being in the outdoors and watching kids change over time. I mean, when you've been with them from the time they've been a little tot to the time that they actually grown into young men, it's been amazing. So both of my boys have made Eagle Scouts, and I'm very proud of both of them.
Congratulations.
Think of the hundreds of boys that he has touched throughout this time in terms of developing their leadership skills, their appreciation of the environment, their stewardship skills. I mean, it's just an amazing impact that he's too modest to
But
admit
it's not.
to.
But it's not just me.
I know it's not just you.
It's a group of, and it's not just in our troop. It's scouting, the organization of scouting. So I mean, and it's the other thing that I need to mention is, along with the Boy Scouts doing Hall Road, we also have these lone Girl Scouts. And it's Troop 1. I'll get back with you on that. But those girls come out there and help us pick that road up too. So
They do.
it's not just the Boy Scouts.
That's great.
That's
and that's,
true.
a little bit incentive, I think, when you get to those high school years, working with the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts together, sometimes, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, our
Keeping them productive.
our organization there has just started a venturing crew.
That's great.
Which involves young men and young ladies. So if you're interested, 151 is the place to come to.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Well, Debbie, real quick, can you highlight the other winners
Sure.
this year? Because I want to, do a shout out to them.
Oh, yeah. The Burt Carr Adopt-A-Spot Award winner is Carol Veneris, and she has been involved in the Adopt-A-Spot program, for more than a decade, and has involved at least 2 groups in the Adopt-A-Spot program. She's also helped with displays and done a lot of education among youth, because the whole point of the Burt Carr Award is that the Adopt-A-Spot participant who has to participate for 5 years or more also expands their efforts in some direction. And previous award winners have done cigarette litter prevention, and they've done a variety of different educational efforts. In Carol's case, it's getting more groups involved and reaching out to the youth to talk about litter and other environmental issues. And Rebecca Corcoran is the Mary Jo Hogg Water Quality Award winner. She is one of the founding members of our committee, the Hampton Waterways Restoration Project. And she also has initiated the water monitoring project. She leads that and coordinates that, orders supplies for it, et cetera. And then she also leads kayak cleanups, which is a fun activity.
That's great.
And so she's been definitely a really impactful person on water quality in Hampton. And so we're very thankful that we have these people in Hampton who are making such a difference to our community. It's something that a lot of times people don't notice these efforts. That's why we have these awards, to make sure that everyone knows that these people are here and that they are special.
That's wonderful. And I'm going to say you also have some folks that you want to recognize, Golden Litter Stick Awards. I'm not sure what that means exactly.
Okay,
but
I'll go down the list if you don't mind.
that'd be fine.
We have 10 Clean City Award winners, and they're kind of the second tier of the Clean City Awards. They do extraordinary activities in environmental education, litter prevention, beautification, recycling, and other topics. We also have the Green School Awards. We have the Yard of the Year Award. We have the Golden Litter Stick Awards. Now, the Golden Litter Stick Award winners have each cleaned up 20 or more times in the past year. And in some cases, they're a group, in some cases, they're individuals. Some people clean up every day. Probably not during the hurricane, but most other days. And then we have the Extra Mile Award winners who clean up between 10 and 19 times in the year. So we have extraordinary people giving extraordinary service to the city of Hampton.
We do, and there's no way the taxpayers of this city could afford the cost of the cleanup that so many of these folks do on their own time as volunteers to give back, and the education of the next generation that folks like this gentleman here do every day.
Right.
So congratulations to you, Debbie. Thanks to you and your committee for all that you do to stimulate and coordinate this response. And thanks to all of you out here who are our Clean City volunteers, whether you're recognized and listed or whether you pick up litter every time you're out walking, we appreciate all that you do to make our city better. Thanks for watching.